Heidi ho. So I want to look at, are rappers prophesying their deaths, right? Um, we could flash back to Tupac. We could flash back to Notorious B.I.G. You know, they talk about death, and shortly thereafter, they're out of here, right? Fast forward, one that I was personally like I was hurt, Mo 3, right? Um, but I had not listened to that song he has called Outside. I was at my cousin's or whatever, and the video was playing, and I must admit, you know, like it was it was a bit of a tearjerker. Um, and it looked like maybe the video was put together after he died. I don't really know, because I've kind of quit like listening to rap for the most part. Mostly just listen to gospel. Uh, with the trials of life and things. Like my children was making are you gonna be one of those old ladies? Because whatever we were talking about, I bring up a Bible verse. Are you gonna be one of those? Yeah, yeah, that's me. Yeah, whatever you say. Like I'm quoting a Psalm, a Proverb, Corinthians, or something. For Revelation. Yeah, completely. um. So anyway, I just saw this, and then we have um the young man Rod Wave, uh, and these people, they're talented, gifted. He can sing. It was one song my cousin was playing. The young man was singing about, I guess, something about him and his woman. But yeah, like he was hurt and you could feel it. I could hear it. And I'm like, he was singing that. Yeah, so but he did this Tombstone deal, album, record, whatever. And you rappers, you rappers. And then let me just say, like, I don't want to sound. Cause sometimes I go back and watch or listen to myself, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I do not mean to sound high-minded, know-it-all-ish. It's another word but I can't think of it right now. No, I'm really coming from like a humble place because I've seen these things, and I don't just mean like celebrity wise, but you can't help but to notice it, and being that I was onto the rap and all that, and follow these people and bump the music, etc., etc. Uh, like I said, it's just really been recently that I've stopped. But um, yeah. And those of us who are familiar with some of the things in the Bible, life and death lies in the power of the tongue, is in the power, whichever way the verse goes, life and death, and what you speak and what you say. And even with that, in churches, stuff isn't like necessarily taught right. And a lot of times, most of the times, we have to read and study on our own, or we may find one teacher that makes sense, if anyone is looking for a decent minister person, I would suggest Stephen Darby. He's no longer with us. And Kevin L.A. Ewing, he's out of Barbados. Uh, Great teaching, break stuff down. And especially if you've been in a place that didn't teach sound doctrine, right? Or if you come from a place uh, where prophets and prophetesses and folks talking about they got the Holy Spirit and the gifts of the Spirit, this and the gifts of the Spirit that, and you going up for prayer and getting hands laid on, but stuff still going wrong in your life. And you'll find out why. You'll find out why. and good teachings on fasting and things. But back to the subject, the rappers, the music industry is pimping y'all because you got gifts, you're talented. But what are you talking about? What are your records about? It's basically who can talk the most about everybody. That's it. Who can talk the most? Who talk the most? Who's coming out hardest? You know, who talks the most about the next man? Like we as black people don't have enough strikes on us already, being the children that's spoken of in Deuteronomy 28, and we don't even know that because Israel is blind. We don't know, and we don't, and we won't believe you. You tell, just try to discuss with regular black people, average black person you meet. Hey, tell them Jesus, when he walked the earth, he was a black dude, and Moses was black, and Noah, and all them, Abraham, Adam, from the beginning, black, and it's scientifically proven. You cannot get a black person from a white person, but black people, you any color, it comes. This is original, but again, but alas, you rappers, you must like come out. I suggest, but again, everyone work out their own salvation in fear and trembling. And there's, the way is narrow. Few find it. Few find it. And so everyone is not going to come to terms with this or understand it. But again, but alas, if my mustard seed would reach out and, make some sense to somebody, then excellent, fabulous. Um, Talking about death, death, death all the time, and you think you're not gonna die? You think somebody not gonna pull up and drive by you? I mean, yeah, it's inevitable, and it's not cute. It's not cute because black people, we suck. Like we don't care. We don't care till you're dead. You know, we want to rock your t-shirt collection. We want to show up for chicken cake, macaroni, some pie, spaghetti. You know somebody gonna make spaghetti. It's gonna be plain fried chicken. So that's mostly it. Some card games, some drinking, some smoking, some music, some this, some that. It's a party, and your ass is dead. And it's a party for you. It's a party, and you ain't even here. And then Negroes gonna spend more money, because they're gonna keep on having parties this year, that year, that year, that year, and you dead and gone. Balloons, waste of money, reward money, young Dolph, $1 million. If you rappers put your money together and bought up the ghetto, all of the foreclosures, all of the back taxes, all the storefronts, give people somewhere to stay, employ people, jobs. If y'all was to do that, put your money where your mouth is. I don't want to hear nothing you rappers got to say. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Go buy up some stuff. Get people off the street in some homes, homeowners, and some people some jobs, and quit talking about death. Because don't nobody care about you till you're gone, and they just want to wear your t-shirt and eat some chicken and cake and waste some money, blow some money on balloons, release some balloons up into the air. And there's people that's hungry out here. And that's what the Lord says is going to enter the kingdom, the people who are feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and all that. And the people are like, well, Lord, when did we see you to give you some food? What you've done to the least of them, you've done it unto me. So you rappers, miss me with it.